Pope Francis has told reporters on his flight back from Brazil that gay people should not be marginalised but rather integrated into society. The pontiff did reaffirm the Roman Catholic Church's position that homosexual acts were sinful, but emphasised that a homosexual orientation was not. He also said he wanted a greater role for women in the church, but insisted they could not be priests. At least 39 people were killed and at least 11 injured in southern Italy after a coach plunged 30 metres down a steep slope near the town of Avellino last night. Many children and young people were among the victims. The cause of last night's accident is still not clear, although several vehicles were involved. The investigation into the serious train crash that killed 79 people in Spain last week continues. The 52-year-old train driver, who faces multiple counts of reckless homicide and has admitted to being careless, has been released pending trial. The train, when it derailed, was going at 190 kilometres an hour. It was supposed to be going only 80. EU High Representative for Foreign Policy Catherine Ashton held crisis talks today in Cairo in an attempt to mediate an end to the political deadlock in Egypt. More than 260 people have been killed since the coup that deposed Islamist President Mohamed Morsi on the 3rd of July. Israeli and Palestinian negotiators are to resume peace talks in Washington today. The talks, stalled since 2010, follow months of shuttle diplomacy by US Secretary of State John Kerry. Earlier, Israel approved the release of more than 100 Palestinian prisoners. A wave of car bombs has killed at least 55 people in mostly Shiite areas of Baghdad and other cities around the country. More than 100 people have also been wounded in the attacks. More than 760 people have died in the violence since the beginning of July. In Croatia, commercial court judge Mislav Kolakušić today submitted his request that the Constitutional Court assess whether 11 articles in the Financial Operations and Pre-Bankruptcy Settlement Act were constitutional. Kolakušić believes that under the new law, creditors enjoy no legal protection in court proceedings. A week ago, Kolakušić suspended pre-bankruptcy settlement proceedings for power company Dalekovod, provoking an angry response from Finance Minister Slavko Linić. Croatia is experiencing a heat wave which seems to have reached its peak today. Temperatures today again reached 38 degrees Celsius in Osijek, Požega, Vukovar and on the island of Mljet. And elsewhere in the country, temperatures were only a degree or two lower. The Croatian Public Health Institute recommends that while the heatwave continues, people stay indoors during the middle of the day, drink plenty of water, and avoid drinking alcohol or eating high-calorie food. In arts and entertainment, the 16th Motovun Film Festival continues today. Aside from watching films, some visitors today took part in a 5-kilometre race called the Race for Teran. Istria's Teran wine has always been offered at the festival, but because of a dispute with Slovenia, Croatia is for now not allowed by the European Union to call it by that name. The idea of the race was to highlight the problem and defend the identity of this Croatian wine. An exhibition by the controversial Russian performance artist Oleg Kulik opened today in the Istrian town of Porec. Kulik is famous for a performance in which he inhabited the persona of a dog, biting the leg of one of the exhibition's visitors. In sport, Zagreb's Dinamo tomorrow host the Moldovan side Sheriff in the third qualifying round of UEFA's Champions League. Tomorrow's game starts at 8:45 p.m. Croatia's men's water polo team face Australia tomorrow in the quarterfinals of the World Championships being held in Barcelona. The match begins at 5 p.m. And Spaniard Tommy Robredo, ranked 28th in the world, yesterday won the Croatia Open ATP tournament in the Istrian coastal resort of Umag, becoming the 6th Spaniard to do so. He did so by defeating Italian Fabio Fognini 6-love, 6-3. During the night, it'll be changeable with rain and thunderstorms in places. Tomorrow, during the afternoon, it'll be sunny with slight to moderate cloud cover. Winds inland will be weak to moderate northerly and northeasterly, while on the coast there'll be a moderate to strong northwesterly wind, which will turn to a northeasterly Bura wind. Early morning temperatures of between 15 and 21 degrees Celsius inland, between 21 and 26 on the coast, will give way to the day's highs of between 26 and 31 degrees inland, between 30 and 35 degrees on the coast, in Istria and in Dalmatia.